What do you need named?
To spell your last name and where your township, municipality where you live.
Last name is spelled P-U-R-D-Y, pardon me, and township is Lower Paxton Township. Know when to begin.
And county?
County, Dauphin County.
Go ahead.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman and board members. I am the great-great-grandson of Private Louis Bartrow, Company D, 13th Vermont Infantry, which turned the flank on the center of Pickett's charge as it reached its zenith on Cemetery Ridge. One of my earliest memories is this. Sorry, I don't have a pretty video for you. This is me sitting astride a cannon in about that same position with my sister Kathy in 1954. One of the first memories I have of life is Gettysburg. I have been active in preservation at Gettysburg and other sites since 1997 and a reenactor for about as long. I am in favor of the Mason-Dixon proposal. Much of the financing for our nation's war for independence came from lotteries authorized by the Continental Congress. Tickets still exist that carry the name of George Washington. Dwight Eisenhower is considered to have been one of the best poker players to ever be in the White House. And Thaddeus Stevens from Gettysburg, the abolitionist, gambling was his recreational activity. On November 7, 1863, a Harper's Weekly reporter wrote of gambling in the Union Army, quote, "It is useless to punish the men, while it is so prevalent a vice with the officers. Gambling has always been more or less prevalent in armies," and that would include the Union and the Confederate armies that were here. To break the tedium of camp life and drill, many soldiers bet on card games, monte, euchre, poker, faro. Some even took lice from their bodies, put them in the center of a plate, and bet on whose would reach the edge first. Why the Carrie Nation indignation over gaming at an existing facility outside of the battlefield? Some would argue that it would be an insult to the soldiers of Gettysburg. Yet on Remembrance Day weekend, hundreds, if not a couple thousand of us reenactors, men and women, celebrate at bars built literally in the heart of the battlefield, festivities that likely result in at least a few cases of uninhibited fornication in the hotels also built in and around the battlefield, including the very place hosting us at this moment, 20 feet from Evergreen Cemetery. It's enough to send one over to the state liquor store that stands right where thousands of wounded suffered at the Camp Letterman Field Hospital. Seriously though, the brave men of the North and South who fought here at Gettysburg were heroes, but they were not saints, nor are we, though some seek to impose their personal standard for it on us all. Thank you.
Thank you. Susanne Murphy.
Very nervous, and I apologize for being nervous. My name is Susanne Murphy, S-U-S-A-N-N-E, M-U-R-P-H-Y. My husband's name is David Murphy. He's a small business owner, electrical contracting, but he drives 2 hours to and from Northern Virginia because there's no work here. We live on Barlow Greenmount Road, Cumberland Township, Adams County. I would like to submit a letter that I received from the Honorable Mayor of Vicksburg, Mayor Paul E. Winfield, just this morning. After yesterday's comments regarding Vicksburg, I decided to do my own personal research to get the facts. I emailed the mayor this morning, and it's 2 hours difference, and I did this at 7. He called me at 8 o'clock and graciously offered to provide the real facts about Vicksburg and its casinos. Here is a copy for each of you, and if I don't have enough copies, I will make sure that you have.
If you, yeah.
Okay. My clock's going. I want to really take a minute to thank David Levan for all of his contributions and donations to our county of Adams. I would like to read the letter. On letterhead, City of Vicksburg, Dear Pennsylvania Gaming Control Board, it is with great pleasure that I address this assembly to clarify several pertinent facts regarding gaming in Vicksburg, Mississippi. Fact 1. Vicksburg, Warren County, Mississippi has the 7th lowest mileage rate out of 82 counties in the state of Mississippi. Due to supplements from the casino revenues, real property tax rates to landowners has significantly declined since 1993. Year-to-year tourism visits at the Vicksburg National Military Park has increased by over 125,000. Fact 3. Vicksburg, Mississippi is one of the leading communities in the state of Mississippi for year-to-year sales tax variances, with our outlet mall showing 5% revenue increase. Fact 4. The direct impact from gaming sales tax to our community from July 1993 to September 2008 is $164,195,717. For Vicksburg, Warren County, Mississippi, the aforementioned figure does not include real property tax revenues. Our local public school system receives 10% of the gaming sales tax revenues. I submit this to the panel that our casinos have been excellent community partners. They have increased foot traffic in our community to provide competitive wages, provide benefits to local citizens. Should gaming come to your community, I suggest that your local business sector prepare a ramp up their business model to capitalize on the increased traffic. Your community can become an even greater tourist destination experience with proper planning. Fear-mongering will not grow in your community. Sincerely, Paul E. Winfield, Mayor.
Thank you, Ms. Murphy. There was a gentleman in the back of the room who had stood up.